I had already agreed to start the Chicago chapter of Gay, Lesbian, and Bisexual Veterans of America, GLBVA. And that was 1991. The camaraderie that has been built up with the people. We have members for 10 or 15 years. We get involved in, we're involved in the Memorial Day Parade. We did some wreath laying in Chicago in different places, and once we were doing a wreath laying in Daley Plaza downtown, and we had just a pink triangle of flowers. And the American Legion it used to run that event. And John Mahoney was the commander, and when he saw us do that, he said, "Why don't you come and see me, and I will include you in the program next year?" And I said, "Good." And he gave me his card, and all his cards fell on the sidewalk, and I picked them up and gave them. And I went to see him a few weeks later, and I had my stationery in case he wasn't there, and my card which said Gay, Lesbian, and Bisexual Veterans of America. And he said, "What is this, and what do you want?" And I said, "Well, I want to be part of the program like everybody else." I said, "You invited me to come down here." And he said, "I never saw you before in my life." I said, "You're a fucking liar. You gave me your card. I picked up your cards from the sidewalk. Don't you remember that?" And he denied it. And so it took a while. I kept calling and writing. And one day I got a call from the director of Veterans Affairs in Chicago, and I knew him from activities. And he said, "Darby, will you stop bothering the American Legion?" And I said, "No." They called his office to complain about me, writing them letters and phoning them. And I told him, I said, "They do not control Daley Plaza. If we want to lay a wreath there, we'll do it." And he said something like, "Well, you know, as the director of Veterans Affairs," I said, "What is that anyway?" He said, "Well, this is 21 veterans that meet once a month from all different veterans groups." And I asked him, "Who is the gay person?" He said, "Nobody ever applied." I said, "What time do you meet?" And he said, "Tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I said, "I'll be there." He brought me in, 21 of them in a big circle. And he said, "Mr. Darby is a gay veteran, and he would like to join the council. How many people would like a gay veteran on the council?" 10 hands went up, 10 hands didn't go up. One guy said, "I don't think we should be taking the vote while he's standing in the room." But I had already seen the hands. They were all on one side for some reason. And so I went out in the hall, and one more veteran came in while I was there. And then he came in, and he said, "The vote is 11-1 to accept you." So I became a part of the council, and I became the secretary the first year, and I was secretary for 20 years. And that enabled me to get a salute to LGBT veterans downtown Chicago. Every veterans group does a wreath laying for not only either on Memorial Day or Veterans Day, but also for any special occasion. We get Daley Plaza for a whole hour. We have somebody doing the national anthem. We always have a speaker. We have a color guard, and we have a wreath laying at the Eternal Flame, and we have 2 ladies who play taps every year. And it's really a wonderful ceremony. But, you know, no thanks to John Mahoney, because he desperately tried to keep us out. And for us, it is a salute to LGBT veterans, to their service, you know, to recognize that. And here we are, as out as you can possibly be in downtown Chicago in this huge plaza. So it makes a big difference to us.